So as I sat down to record this video on the draft philosophy of the RLCS Fantasy League, I realized I don't own anything purple. Purple's my favorite color, and I don't own a purple shirt. I have a purple mouse. No purple shirt. Why is that? I need a purple shirt. Anyways, the RLCS Fantasy League, essentially what happened is one of the Redditors decided to create a 16-team bracket where 16 different people were able to coordinate their different fantasy teams. There would be a draft, and it'd be a 16-team bracket, and the rest of Reddit would vote on the poll to see who wins. Now, I went into this with the 6th pick, and the 27th pick, and the 43rd pick. And with those picks, I was trying to draft the best team possible. This video is just going to go over my thoughts and the process I made while I was drafting it. This happened several weeks ago, but I knew I was going to make this video then, and I have several ideas of what the team I wanted to be and what options were available at the time. So I ended up with the 6th pick, and for this pick I had a few options. I think in terms of overall best players to draft, First Killer and Monkey Moon, those are the best two. None of those were going to fall to me. Obviously, Monkey Moon went at number 1, First Killer went at number 3. Neither of those players fell to me. But the player that did was, I have a purple whiteboard, by the way. It was Beastmode. So I was able to pick up Beastmode at number 6. He is absolutely one of the best mechanical players in the game. I was super glad to get him. Honestly, he might have been my number 3. Considering who else went before Beastmode, there was Seiko at 4, JNaps at 2, and Justin at 5. JNaps and Justin should not be there in my opinion, so I was very lucky to get Beastmode when I did. But I knew what the top 4 picks were at first. I was waiting for the 5th pick to come in, and I remember seeing, what those top 4 picks were, and I was in between Beast Mode and Atomic. So Beast Mode was my first pick. When I saw Justin come in at number 5, I instantly went with Beast Mode. He's absolutely the most mechanical player, and you can build almost any team around him. He was single-handedly keeping Shopify Rebellion in the top 7. As you saw, once he left, they completely fell apart. And he has elevated Version 1 to a completely new level where they've qualified for 2 lands, and they're looking like one of the best teams in the world. So, had to go with Beast Mode for my number 1 pick. If I had drafted Atomic, things would look very different, and I'll get into that later as I go over my number 2 pick, which is Comm. Now, I'm literally drafting Version 1, I'm aware, Comm being my 2nd pick, but it was a lot of reasoning. When it came down to it, I was looking at some of the picks. Obviously, a lot of picks had gone off the board in between Beast Mode and Comm. But I was thinking I need a player to facilitate Beast Mode, give him that space on the pitch, and let him do his thing that he does best, which is like score mechanical goals or set the rest of his team up with a mechanical outplay to beat 2 or 3 people. Obviously, we have seen several cases of Comm doing this in RLCS. Another player that I was considering at this point was Arsenal. Obviously, I'm a huge SSG fan, and I know he has the potential to do this for Beast Mode as well. If I had gone with Atomic first pick, I would have gone with Arsenal here. However, due to the synergy we've already seen in between Comm and Beast Mode, I went with Comm. Everyone already knows they're a great duo. They're able to support each other fantastically. I'm not sure that's a word, but I'm saying it anyways. So Comm was my 2nd pick. When it came time for my 3rd pick, I did not choose Torment, despite the fact that he was available. It could have been just a straight up Version 1 pick, but I didn't want to limit myself with, I recently did a major ranking, and I think they landed at 5. I didn't want to limit myself at 5. I wanted the, eyes on the team to be potentially higher. And so I was thinking, like, yes, I could go with Torment and just solidify this team as, a known quantity. But I wanted a little bit more mechanical prowess in there. I wanted someone who could pop off, make the plays along with Beast Mode, and also, help him give space. Do a little bit of Beast Mode's job when he needs to, and a little bit of Comm's job when he needs to. And for that, I wanted a player with a lot of pop-off potential. Maybe he isn't as well-known. Obviously, this is down to the 43rd pick, so not many people are available. As I was looking at the picks, I was thinking Cash, but he went off the board at 32, I believe. I was thinking LJ as well, but I ended up settling on... You can barely see that because of the light. Noly. I went with the Noly at 43. We've recently seen him. He's always been known as the mechanical player on Guild. However, he recently was kicked from Guild, and then went to Carmine Corps and immediately elevated them to a major team. Shows that he could fit in well with 2 already very solid players in Astral and Tachi, and I think he could fit in well with Beast Mode and Comm as well. And so he is that mechanical 3rd piece that can hopefully elevate this team to really win this tournament. I think I have one of the better drafted teams. Obviously, there are some teams out there that I'm looking out for. First Killer, Arsenal, and Torment is literally version 1 as it is now, just with 2 upgrades. So I don't know if it's 2 upgrades. I believe it's 2 upgrades as a Space Station fan. So fantastic draft there. Right now, as I'm recording this, it is the first round of the draft, and I am currently up against Team Ahmed, which is Ahmed, apparently Jack, and Fever. I was thinking Fever for this role as well, but I was worried about community sentiment on him. I know he's one of the better mechanical players, but I don't think he has enough respect from the community to grant me picking him over Noly. So that was my thought process on going for Noly there. Actually, he might have been off the board there as well. I think Fever was drafted before Noly, but I was kind of surprised he got drafted at all just based on community sentiment. I'm glad he was. I do think he is in the top 48 of players, and he should have been picked up for this. So I'm currently against that team of Ahmed, apparently Jack, and Fever. I'm currently winning the poll by a large margin, and I'm very happy about that. I think if the expected team wins, I think I'm up against Team First Killer next, the one I mentioned with First Killer, Arsenal, and Torment. That one will be a tough one. I don't think it's impossible. I'm not sure community sentiment will be swayed my way, but I hope they are. I do think I have one of the better drafted teams, and I'm hoping to make a top 4 finish at the absolute minimum. That being said, that was my draft philosophy. I have a couple more videos coming out later. I have a video ranking every single draft pick made in the draft and a tier list of all the teams available, and I can release both of those here soon as all the teams have been revealed. So, thank you for tuning in. Please tune in to the future videos that will be coming out shortly regarding this RLCS fantasy draft, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.